me that I'm wasting some of your discussion time, precious discussion time with typing because I could not get time to be ready with these codes. Yeah, fine. So I'm taking input here and I'm printing the array value. The only problem that has happened is now the n is greater than that 3. Okay, let us see what happens when I try to compile this code. Is there any problem compiling this code? We'll see that first. I'm trying to compile same program. There is no problem. I'll make sure that I've saved the program because I've made this mistake a lot. Yeah, I've saved the program. I've compiled it and now I'm executing it. So input है that spelling mistake को थोड़ा सा pardon कर लो. So I'm giving input. एक एक करके इनपुट देते हैं. फर्स्ट एलिमेंट, सेकेंड एलिमेंट, थर्ड एलिमेंट, फोर्थ एलिमेंट, फिफ्थ एलिमेंट. Okay, what happened? Stack smashing detected, unknown terminated, aborted, code dump. So this is like your compiler has given you slang. Okay, it has not liked the idea of you trying to access the values of other than what are the array values. So although array is a consecutive sequence of memory location, there is a limit to its length. If I try to access something beyond its length, which I am trying to do in this case over here, okay, when I am accessing the fourth element and the fifth element, it gives me a error. Did it give me error at fourth element? So while giving input to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is no problem. So it allowed me to give the inputs, but then it figured out there is something wrong in the program and it went out. Okay, so this is how you will get errors in your code and you won't understand what is happening. On Turbo C3 definitely the error is going to be reworded with some other wording. So don't worry about what wording of the error you are receiving, but you are receiving the error. That's the more important thing. And what is the scenario? The scenario is this program exactly. So as a programmer, I should be wary about, I should convey somehow to my intended user what should be the range of inputs that I am expecting if they are not natural. Okay, if they are not natural, that is, if they are natural, then there is no problem. So if you are writing this program for yourself, then you know that A is a array of 10 values. But as a normal programmer, your intended user is going to be different than you, and then if you use this same program, it is highly likely that somebody who wants to use your program for 20 users or 20 numbers in the list is going to use n as 20, give input n as 20, and then all the rest of the program, irrespective of it being correct, it is going to get not working properly state, right? So please be careful about how you design your program as well. This is also a very important aspect of programming, not just the programming logic. Okay, fine. Now we'll jump out to the sorting part of this code. Okay, so important part of the sorting part of the code is these 3 lines. These 3 lines are doing what? These 3 lines are swapping values from 2 elements. First element is a of I and the second element is a of j. Okay, so these 3 lines are swapping contents of a of j with a of I, or alternatively a of I with a of j. How they are doing? They are putting value, assigning value of a of I into temp, then a of I is updated with value of a of j, and then a of j is updated with temp value. So we are using a third value temp when we are actually trying to swap value stored in a of I with value stored in a of j. Okay, that is exactly what is happening. Why we will require to do this? Because we are trying to sort the arrays, and possibly this is what kind of sorting is it? Ascending? Yeah, they have written it as an ascending order sorting. Ascending order means what? Smaller elements at the beginning, larger element at the last part. Okay, so if a of I is greater than a of j, so a of I is the, I guess, current element. So how the loops are arranged? These 2 loops are arranged like this. I is starting from 0, I is ending at n minus 1, the last element. So I is running from first element in the array to the very last element in the array, and j, when I is 0, in that instance it is starting with the, so when I is 0, it is starting from the first element and it is running up to last element. So I am comparing first element in the array with second, then first element in with third, first with fourth, first with the last. This is what I am trying to do. So a of I is always going to be the left element, which I am comparing to some right element in the array, which can be a consecutive or which can be some next element. So when I is 0, we'll take this particular scenario. I am comparing a of I or a of 0 with each a of 1, a of 2 up to a of n minus 1, and every time I am checking whether a of 0 is greater than value of value to which I am comparing it to. If a of I is greater, that means there is a smaller element in the remaining part of the array which I need to bring to the front, so I am swapping. Okay, तो swapping का मतलब ये है कि मैं हर एक इटरेशन में, ये आउटर फॉर लूप के हर एक इटरेशन में मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, मैं मेरे करंट एलिमेंट के राइट वाले सभी एलिमेंट से उस एलिमेंट को कंपेयर कर रहा हूँ. If I am getting a smaller element to the right, then it means my array is not in ascending order sorted. So I am swapping current element with that element, and that smaller element is going to come at place of the current element. This process repeats for all the elements in the array. So if the array has n elements, this is going to be repeating again. Okay. Now a word about how many times this particular program is, rather how many steps this program is going to take to complete. If the array size is 10, if the array size is 10, then this particular outer loop is going to execute 10 times. Okay. Every time the outer loop executes, this inner loop is going to execute same number of times, or one less, yes, one less, so 9 number of times. Is it 9 number of times always? Not exactly, but then n number of times you can say. So it is going to be n squared terms. Okay, some n squared term number of times these two loops are going to execute and give you answer like. So when first loop executes n times, inner loop executes n minus 1. When it executes, so first time this loop executes, this executes n minus 1 times. Second time n minus 2, third n minus 3, to be exact. Okay, to be exact. So when the outer loop executes completely n number of times, inner loop n minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 3 dot 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 up to 1 times execute hoga, right? So it will be n minus 1 into n minus 2 by 2 times inner loop will execute. Okay, so just think of what I said. You will be learning some similar techniques in data structures. Most of the computer students are going to learn this in more details. IT students will also learn this in data structures and algorithm subject that they have this semester. Okay, so we won't go into the details of analysis of algorithm at this moment, because that's not what we are here for. We are here for just revising C programming. But this code is going to give me a sorted array. Once the array gets sorted, I will use another for loop for printing the array naturally, right? So I am printing a of I is equal to something like this. So this is again formatted printing to our help in order to print the program. I guess this program is not that difficult to understand. Are there any doubts in this program? Or should I move to some other program of two-dimensional arrays as I had promised earlier? So till the moment I find any two-dimensional array program, I'll give you some time to think about are there any doubts that you have in the code. So some of you might have very silly doubts as well. Let us clear those doubts, but do raise those doubts. Unless you raise those doubts, I won't be able to understand and clarify those doubts. Yeah, this is a program for two-dimensional arrays. Yeah, fine. So I have a program for two-dimensional arrays. We'll start off discussing this program within 2 minutes. I need a break of 2 minutes. I'll just pause myself for 2 minutes, and I want you to reflect and come up with certain queries if you have related to whatever we have discussed so far. Okay. in within those 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. So there are no doubts in the chat window. I assume that you might have understood the discussion that we did, and you now know how single dimensional arrays are supposed to be initialized, declared, initialized, used in your program. If you are not explicitly initializing them at the time of declaration, how to take inputs before you use them in the computation. We have seen two programs. Yesterday we saw a program on single dimensional arrays which tried to figure out in a list of numbers the minimum and maximum number along with the location of minimum and maximum number in that particular list. Today we also looked at one program again on single dimensional array wherein we tried to figure out how we can sort a single dimensional array. We very briefly and very hurriedly looked into the code of that program. Although the codes are and the write-ups are available with you, even if you have any doubts later, we can discuss those doubts separately on the KGC LMS discussion forum. Okay, fine. Coming back to the current program now. So this program reads, we need to write a menu driven C program that demonstrates addition, subtraction, multiplication of two matrices. Given any two matrices, I should be able to add, subtract, multiply those matrices. Matrix is a data structure, or matrix is a structure rather, mathematical structure that has rows and columns, right? We know what are matrices. Matrices generally have rows and columns. In terms of C, matrices could be represented using a two-dimensional array, array that has two dimensions. So I can refer to first element as row 0 column 0 element, row 0 column 1 element, row 0 column 2 element, row 0 column 3 element, row 1 column 0 element, so on and so forth. So we had some discussion about this yesterday, and I guess this is the same thing that is written in this theory part of the code. So I'm not repeating it. Hopefully by reading it you will understand. Do you want me to discuss it again? If no, please put no in the chat box so that I know that you don't want me to discuss two-dimensional array basic information. Please type in no in the chat box so that I know people are here and they are watching and they don't want to again redo me the basis about two-dimensional array. Okay, I figure out that only one or two guys are listening and other guys are just joining in. I don't know. So I feel it should be the KSK, everybody is there, but it's okay. It's not a compulsory thing as such that I already told you. So going back, we will jump to the code now. Before code, we'll actually read. Sorry. The problem statement. So now the problem statement I'll read it for you, which you can also. write a program to input two matrices of arbitrary size. So this is important. The matrices size is not fixed, so I need to take input